Today, I'm 3D printing and testing sports equipment, like custom hockey sticks I'm handing to a professional player, a football with a helmet entirely made of plastic, and even a basketball, which took 100 hours to print. But the real question is 3D printing even strong enough for sports, or will this go terribly wrong? The first sport I'm testing out is football, which I suck at, by the way. But nonetheless, the first 3D print is, of course, a football. Now, when you think of 3D printing, you presume everything's made out of plastic. But the supports on this football don't bend like plastic, because it's made of rubber. Yeah, I know. That is so cool. It's called TPU, and I actually used it a lot in the other sports in this video as well. Because if we're gonna be throwing balls around, it's gotta be tough. Anyways, besides trying to rip off rubber supports, I think the football came out crazy. There's just something about that 3D printed texture that blows my mind. And in terms of size and durability, it looks like this football is a success. And I kind of glazed over the best part. It's airless, so you can beat this thing up and squeeze that thing. But how can you play football properly without a helmet? Which comes in two parts. This bowling ball looking piece and the guard. Man, get this out of here. To put it together, it's all pretty simple. You remove all the supports so the helmet is smooth. And once it's cleaned up, using the notches and holes you can see right here, the way the print is designed is both parts click into place. So just like that, we're done. For it being made out of plastic, this looks so real. Now, I wouldn't wear this and run into a concrete wall, but at least you'll look the part. It should fit my head too. Trust me, I measured. But honestly, I don't care if these prints look cool. What I really want to know is, can they survive playing football? So I went out to the fields with my boy Nick, and we got to testing. First test, does the helmet fit?
Oh, my ears. I have big monkey ears.
It fits my head. Oh!
That's not bad.
Let's go!
That's not bad.
Besides a couple of adjustments and maybe a little bit of pain, my boy is fitted up. But most importantly here is to test the football itself. So we started throwing it back and forth, and so far, so good. This ball was fire. It works in short throws.
Oh, we're making it right now.
Long throws.
Oh, let's go!
But like every classic football game, there's one more test that kind of needs to be done. A field goal, aka kicking the ball. So without further ado,
Oh!
it's official. We passed every test. Football is 3D printing approved. But this makes me wonder, football is one of the roughest sports out there. But what's the most rough you can possibly play? Hockey. Now, I really hope I designed these correctly, because boy, let me tell you, if this stick isn't structurally sound, it'll probably explode. And I'm not kidding, by the way. But honestly, I have hope. So after I slide everything into place and wiggle it around to make sure it's not gonna break, I think we're good. I hope.
Yo, I didn't think about how big a hockey stick would be. Holy moly.
But just to be safe, I'm gonna make another one in green as well, just so we have a backup, because I don't trust it. Also, I had to make something in my color. Gotta represent the squad. Yo, subscribe, boys, subscribe. But especially since now, using the hockey sticks we just made, and wait for it, a 3D printed hockey puck, so that we have something to hit around, I'm gonna take y'all to the only place we can truly test this equipment. Let's go. As you can see, I rented out a hockey rink, but along with me is a very special person I want y'all to meet. His name is Brody, and his YouTube channel is True Crew. Now, Brody already does a lot of hockey challenges, and what's cool is he used to play professionally as well. But now I got a new challenge for him. I want to see if we can do everything a normal hockey stick can do with a 3D printed one. So to finish prepping everything, my boy here used special hockey tape on the top and bottom of the sticks to make sure that they're legit, and then also use some grip tape too. But now, let's hit the ice.
I'm with my boy True Crew.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's go. Me and him used to be on the same bus in middle school, and we both became YouTubers.
Playing 5 Nights at Freddy's in the back.
Yeah. Damn, wait, that thing works. My God.
So the reason I brought Brody out is because he knows hockey. So to start, we did a little bit of juggling. Hey, not bad. And even after using it for a little bit, the plastic and grip tape actually kept it together. But I know Brody was looking at the puck.
Sick. Toss me the real one. Boom. Real one, 3D printed one.
However, now the real fun begins. Because using this net, I challenged my boy here to take a couple different shots and see if the stick could handle it.
All right, so we're gonna do one hit at 25%, one at 50, and then full-blown hockey.
Blast. baby.
Yeah, let's hit it.
25%.
Boom! Dude, thank God this didn't break.
50% speed.
Yeah!
W.
But now, boys,
Time for 100%. Let's go for a little speed skate.
it's time to start praying. Will the stick survive? Absolutely not.
Dude, I literally shot it, and all of a sudden there was a knob in my hand. I was like, what just happened?
But remember when I made this green stick? We have another shot.
All right, we got the green stick. It's time for redemption. Another slap shot coming up. Hopefully it doesn't break.
And we still missed.
One more shot.
Yeah, yo, Brody's a professional troll, man.
A hit's a hit.
Afterwards, since we
Let's see
had
how
no
it
sticks
does.
left, we started limit testing the 3D printed puck with a normal stick. And low-key, it was explosive. We must have been hitting this poor puck for like 30 minutes. But in the end, it's still broken pieces.
So is 3D printing built for hockey?
No.
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 No, I appreciate you, man.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me out.
Subscribe to True Crew, boys. Let's go. This next sport is one of my favorites, but something you'll least expect. Table tennis. Or what new gens say, ping pong. This is a ping pong ball. It took about an hour to 3D print, and if you look closer, like the football we made previously, it's made up of different shapes and has a lot of holes. But the bottom line is, it rolls and bounces with zero problems. I tested it briefly on this table, because you know, table tennis. But now that we have a couple of these bad boys, wait a minute. Now all that's left to do is to create the paddles. We got blue for player 1, and to switch it up a little, red for player 2. I'm gonna keep this pretty short and sweet because honestly, it's pretty simple. The paddles themselves have the same structure as the balls. One of my favorite parts is actually how bright the colors are, and the handles are a little bit thicker using black plastic. This is a little trippy, but you can see things through the paddles too. But besides the visuals, let's pick one up and put it to action. I wanna see how fun these are to play with, because when I'm with the boys in the basement, I need to know if 3D printing's got my back. So behold, a ping pong table. And one of the biggest dudes I know, Maddox.
Hi, you ready, bro?
Absolutely, dude. Here we go.
Oh yeah, by the way, the only ping pong table I could find was in church. So here we go. Can we play table tennis with 3D printing? I gotta be honest, when I play this game, it's all about fun. So instead of rounds or anything competitive, we just started hitting it back and forth and getting a volley.
Bro, what in the world?
And if you can't already tell, it plays well, sounds good, it's kind of satisfying, and you already know.
You went,
The plop stays on top. Ooh, that's kind of tough. This next sport I used to actually play as a kid, but I always got hit with the ball. So hopefully 3D printing can make this enjoyable. Cause man, I don't like this one. I'm talking about baseball. On the screen, you'll see 3 different parts that make up a full-length baseball bat. And like all the other prints beforehand, the bat itself has this weird hexagonal 3D printed texture. The middle piece is basically a cone, and of course, there's a handle. So when you lay all of them out on a table, you can very easily create a whole baseball bat. You just need glue. So for 5 minutes, I sauced everything up and clicked it all together, and now this bat is done. But baseball has 2 critical parts. Not only the bat, but a ball as well. So using that TPU material that's basically rubber from earlier, I made a baseball. Wow, 3D printed sports definitely use the same kind of pattern, just a whole lot of holes. And because it's durable, I think now we're ready to head to the baseball field. Let me introduce you to our baseball star, Chief Colonel D1 varsity baseball student, Devin. AKA, he's just one of my boys, bruh. So grabbing the baseball, I was really curious to see if the bat would hold up together.
You ready, man?
Let's do it, guys.
This could either work well or completely explode.
Oh, wait, it's stuck together?
Yeah.
And surprisingly, it wasn't too bad. But eventually,
Oh, yo, start running. Start.
the ball and the bat actually worked. We did it. However, as we kept playing, the fun didn't last long.
Oh my God. We did it.
Hey, at least we got a couple good clips. That's all we make these prints for.
Start running the bases. No, stop trolling. No, stop trolling.
However, even though Devin broke the bat, I printed a backup sport as well. To be honest, I don't even really know what it's called, but I'm gonna call it, gosh, like, I don't know, racket throwing balls thing. I recorded that voiceover first try, by the way. We ain't going back. This sport seemed kind of fun, especially because we could use the baseball with it, but putting it together was simple. You take the grip, put it inside, and that's it. But just because it's simple doesn't mean it's not a banger sport to play, because almost immediately we started having fun with it. Now, it is a game where all you do is pass back and forth, but if you're with the boys, you can try to get some crazy clips with it. Like this one where I threw it really far. And we caught it!
Oh, that's sick!
So basically, don't print a baseball bat, print this one instead. Some consider this a hobby, some consider this a sport, but at the end of the day, I 3D printed a fishing rod, which after I build it, I'm gonna try to take it to a pond and try to catch a real fish for you guys. Please watch the video. Oh, please. The parts for this look a little complex, but it's not that bad, because after about 10 minutes of figuring everything out and putting it together, the fishing rod was done. Now from a glance, it doesn't look like a fishing rod, but that's the point. It's the ultimate sleeper build. Now for function, the blue piece is where you put the fishing line and reel everything in, and the black handle is where all the juice is. Because if you look inside there, it's not just hollow. The entire rod is inside of it, like one of those lightsaber toys. What? Oh, that's sick. Now, even though I have no clue how to fish, we gotta take this thing outside. So I grabbed Nick from earlier, you know, the one that played football, and we went to a pond.
All right, Nick, you ready to see this?
I'm ready.
Now, does this look like a rod to you?
No.
No, it doesn't. Oh.
Whoa, no way. That's super cool.
But in order to even catch a fish, we had to get fishing line and bait. So thank God I had Nick, because he helped set up everything. We got the line reeled through the entire rod, then we attached a hook, and finally, he also put a bobber on there as well.
There's the rod with the bobber and the hook.
And then we got bread for the fish that may or may not be in this frozen pond.
So now that all the preparation is done, I didn't even know that you could use bread for bait, but we put a little chunk on there.
And if there's anything under the ice, they'll definitely eat it.
So we found a part that's not so frozen, and the hope is we catch anything, literally anything. So we reel the fishing rod down to get to the water, which actually worked really easily, by the way. And like my boy Nick said,
now it's a waiting game.
we just sit and wait. I think overall we spent like 10 minutes waiting, and as I reeled up, I realized a rock took my bread.
If it was warmer out, dude, this would 100% work. There's like literally no doubt in my mind.
Oh, dang.
We put another piece of bread on the fishing rod, but I think Nick is right here. Since it's December, there's almost no fish.
I would be sad, but this is kind of fun to hang with the boys.
True.
So we took the fishing rod out of the water, and I guess that's it. This is so sad. Not gonna lie though, it was still a success. The 3D printed rod did exactly what it was supposed to.
Look, it's flowing right now, see?
Oh, wow.
There we go.
Oh, that works.
It actually works.
Wow.
So overall, I guess I'll go fishing again in the spring. But there is one sport that people have been 3D printing that's so popular, it made the news and went viral. I'm talking about none other than basketball. Because I know you guys are all wondering, can a 3D printed basketball actually bounce? It's beautiful. After 105 hours of printing, this thing was finally done. And to be honest, it looks perfect. There's even an NBA and a Wilson logo on it. But to keep it simple, I made it out of rubber just like the other balls. That way, hopefully it can bounce. I hope, but it spins like a normal ball. It looks like a normal ball. And one word people like to use to describe this is airless, because you don't need a pump or anything for this ball to bounce. And did I mention you can almost flatten this thing and it bounces right back. I tried breaking it for a solid 30 minutes and nothing could work. But at the end of the day, it's just a ball. And what's the job of a ball? To bounce. Get your jerseys on, because let's hit the gym. Now, out of all the sports in this video, this is Nick's favorite, which is why I brought him back one last time. If anyone's gonna judge a basketball, it's this hunk of a man right here. Just look at him handle the ball. Oh, look at this! But now it's time for the biggest test of the video. Does the basketball bounce, or did I just waste 105 hours? Are you serious? It just makes a dud sound.
It's the most disappointing thing ever. But, like, it kind of works.
Alright, so at least it has some redeemable qualities. It's not a complete failure, but it seems like the harder you hit it on the ground, the less it bounces. That's so goofy. Honestly though, it does work as a basketball. You might be dribbling low to the floor, but when it comes to a shot, you can sink threes just like normal. And if you take a look here, yeah, not too bad. By the way, the reason for this is actually because I used the wrong material to make the ball. Instead of rubber, it was supposed to be BQPLA, which is just really hard plastic. I thought rubber would bounce, but I guess not. Afterwards, we tested layups, close shots, farther ones, and even further. All this to show the weight compared to a normal basketball was almost the same, even though it still doesn't bounce. But that's when we realized this might be one of the craziest soccer balls of all time.
Dude, you're going mental.
Now, if you'll wonder, I never actually made a soccer ball for this sports video, but that was on purpose because this ball is a 2-in-1. So while you may not want to dunk with it, at least you can kick it. Guys, this video took me absolutely everywhere. I guess after testing everything out, the final question is 3D printing good for sports? I mean, it's all right. God bless you boys. Like and subscribe. Peace.